Hi, it's the Divine Dow reporting. Boy, God is just tickling me in so many different places lately, but it's appropriately. Feels good when God tickles you. All right, what I'm doing right now, I'm doing an exercise. I'm taking a walk. I've been doing a lot of walking lately, and I'm going to explain to you why. I know a lot of Kevin Roos, that's a big time walk. I don't know if he still does or not, but boy, that dude used to have Colleen, had the watermelon sliced, and his Diet Barks root beer. And he'd come home from lunch, and boy, that dude was on that treadmill with them expensive Nikes. And he'd be walking, and he'd be listening to music and shit, and he's doing it for himself because he wants to stay fit, which is good and shit. But let's look at my kind of walking. All right, we all got guilt, fear, shame all inside of us. Why we get that from mom and dad. So you know what I'm starting to learn? What I'm doing right now, everybody needs to do it. Everybody has the right, and everybody needs to do it. Everybody needs to be heard instead of keep everything bottled up. No matter what mom and dad says, no matter what your boss says, no matter what you think you got to do for your kids. No, bro, tell your fucking story, because if you don't, I'm telling you, somewhere along the lines, you kept your mouth shut over something that seemed minor, but it really bothered you. And it affected you, and it changed who you are, and you don't even realize it. So, my experience, I don't need to explain myself and shit, but if you go ahead and you start from the day when I started video with my grandpa till where I'm at now, hallelujah, bub. All right, so why am I walking? Well, the old Daryl, whenever he would get in his feelings and in his thoughts and shit, and he just want to rage out, Daryl would turn to the sauce because he didn't have no family around and he had to feel that love. So Daryl had to do a line or something or whatever, feel good. That saved my life because I didn't find God yet. I'm not saying that I'm not supporting, hey, everybody, let's start doing some lines. No, don't think that. What I'm saying is, I kept belief in God, knowing that, hey, he's protecting me. Fuck what mom and dad says. I'm going to be all right. I don't need to believe what mom and dad is speaking because I can feel God. I'm alive. So, whenever I feel the old Daryl feeling I need to defend myself, whenever I'm really right, man, fuck that childish shit. I'm going to go walk. Why go walk? Because, think about it. You're by yourself, and you're doing some actions, so you're releasing that energy. Since everything's energy, even the bad shit, that's negative energy. That's dark light. Okay? So instead of keeping that bottled in and you're doing the same, making the same decisions based on judgments that you always do, the same patterns and shit, you break that shit. So I'm going to go walk. I'm releasing energy. But while I'm doing this, I do it with binaural beats, or a guided meditation, prayer-based meditation. Why I do that? Or sometimes I do it more times without the headphones on. Because if you all by yourself, and God is everything, everywhere, at all times, who else is with you? God. Bro, that's the best time to pray. If you can't sit down in one place and pray, try it while walking or doing an exercise, I'm telling you. Because while you're walking, all you are is you and your thoughts and your steps in the earth. But you do it in nature, you can get a higher vibration than what you would in the neighborhood. You don't need to go to a walking track. But you go right there where you at, you go walk, you and God. You don't even need to speak. Your thoughts in your head, God is everywhere, he knows. So whenever you get it. So what am I doing? Every time I go walk, that's when I know, God, I'm scared. I'm getting worried. We need to talk. Come walk with me, Neg. I go walk with God. Guess what else happens? I'm sexy. Boy, look at that body. I'm not even sucking in, boy. All right. Yeah, I was sucking in. But still, that ain't bad for 45 years old, boy. Fuck. My pecker hangs out further than my belly. I don't need a dentist mirror on soft. I got it going on, bro. What is there not to be happy about? What is it that I'm doing right now that I'm with God, like this isolation? Bro, I've done the hardest thing ever. What y'all would have done if you see your best friend dying and miserable because your mom and dad and nanny and all is abusing? What you gonna do? You don't know what you're going to do because you was taught by mom and dad and you was never left on your own and trusted God. Bro, God is so fucking good, man. I recommend him to all of y'all, bro. Whenever you see, the more people you have around, like, think about it, dude. You have a good idea about something. You know why all them ideas and dreams don't ever same shit like your mom and dad, but they fill your head with, oh, that's a stupid idea, it'll never work. Why do people do that? Because mom and dad don't admit it. They jealous, they miserable, and it would break their heart to see you succeed in ways that they don't understand, because that's not what way they taught. So instead of loving you like the opposite of what their mom and dad did, they're gonna love you like their mom and dad did, and that's why kids keep getting worse. Well, just think if mom and dad would have took every stupid idea you had, no matter how outrageous it was. Boy, imagine if mom and dad was enthused instead of scared. Oh, come on. It's the parents, bro. I know they don't mean to, but you know what? Even though you don't mean to, you still got to apologize and start doing what it takes to make the better steps. That's how it's supposed to be, bro. You buy something, you're going to take care of it. Why isn't this different with a human being? It shouldn't be. What, because they got a mind of its own too? You forget that mind knows only what you fed it. So nobody knows what it's like to think for themselves. Like I told my mama earlier, hey, look, I'm being nice. I'm not going to go all crazy and shit, but I got another court date. Whenever I went for that court date on May 6th, they said I either got to do this PTI program, or I'll show up on this court date, or there's a warrant for my arrest. For what? Exposing truth? You see how fucked up the system is? I could go to jail because I spoke the truth on the abuse my family was doing, and they scared of confronting me. So, you know what? I'm doing this, and I'm doing it by myself. Oh, y'all seize this, right? How do you feel loved? You get out of the comfortable, which is your comfort zone. Bro, you can't find a bigger cause in Terrebonne Parish that's worth fighting for right now. Why? What am I fighting for? I want to make sure what I'm going through don't happen to the next family that got a caregiver for their grandpa when they die and gets robbed from everything and abuse is going on and nobody knows. Get over yourself. Think I'm doing this for a fucking goddamn publicity stunt? I love all y'all dickheads enough that don't know what to do. I'm trying to teach y'all because mom and dad failed y'all, bro. Jughead won't fail y'all, though, because God's telling me exactly what needs to be done. Is God telling y'all? No, because your mom and dad is. Oh, I'm a good-looking dude, bro. I'm Matthew McConaughey's. Look, bro. We all hiding shit that we embarrassed of. ADHD. Now it's common. Yeah, my kid's all hyper. Let's put them on some medicine. Send them to a doctor. Back when I was younger, well, my mom and dad didn't want to hear that shit because that's a handicap. That's a retard. No, you know what? They didn't know how to fucking handle me. Look at where I'm at. ADHD, that's a spiritual gift, bro. Think about it. They hyper. They're oversensitive. They're over-emotional. Why? What do you think love is? It's an emotion. It's not pain. It's not hate. It's not anger. It's not greed. It's not jealousy. It's not envy. Love is love. Get over yourselves, bro. Serious. Y'all want to hit me up for some private classes? I'll teach y'all asses something. The truth shall set you free, but it will piss you off and slip a pinky in the ass first.